Hey, this is Dave, and welcome to Dave's Hunting, Shooting, Bushcraft. In this episode, we're gonna make some jerky, so hang around. Hey, it's Dave in the barn, and today we're gonna make some jerky. And of the things you're gonna make with your deer meat, I think jerky is probably one of the easier things that you can do. It does take effort, but and you don't need a lot of fancy tools or pieces of equipment. I buy a kit. I buy Lucky Jerky, and this one kit makes 20 pounds of jerky, and it comes in, makes it real simple for you. It comes in 5-pound packets of seasoning and cure. The meat I use is primarily thigh meat from a deer. And that's often where you would get your steaks and stuff from. It makes the best jerky because it's a good quality meat. I do not make jerky out of anything below the knee. Meat like that, I make goes into a grind pile. The other thing you could use is back straps. They work really well. Now, some people, everybody has their uses for the parts of the deer. Personally, I like to make back straps into steaks. I butterfly them. You want to use pretty decent quality meat, more red than not, and so that's what you're looking for. I think really the only hard part is cutting the meat. Now some people will get fancy and use a slicer. You can do that. It will make everything uniform. I don't think a food processor could do it, but maybe. I like my slices to be just a little bit thicker. I shoot for like a little over, I don't know, probably a little over 1/8 of an inch is a good cut. I am inconsistent, it's manual, so it is what it is. So like I said, the meat's been thawing overnight, and it's better to have cold meat than not. You need plenty of paper towels because it's messy. And so I just, look at my piece of meat and figure slices like this way would make a better jerky because it's longer. So I got a little bit of fatty material here. My little trimming knife. I cut that stuff off. Don't really have any need for it. Oh, Lily's gonna get that. That was bad. Bad on me. All right. So that's a little bit thicker than I want. That's how it goes though. There's imperfections in this process. Alright, so you can see the different thicknesses. And then I've got this set up, and as soon as it reaches 5 pounds, Lily's all excited. She thinks she's getting food here. Now the bigger the pieces are, the longer it'll take to cook. Which isn't a bad thing. I mean, I personally like the meatier pieces of jerky. And you see, this is a really nice slice piece of meat here. But it's also going to make really good jerky. Now, there are other people who make jerky by just grinding the meat and using a jerky, I guess, shooter. It's just a tube. It's like a caulk gun, and it shoots the jerky out into a nice flat line. And there's, that is not bad jerky at all. I've had that. A friend of mine does it that way, and it tastes really good. So that's another way to do it. I personally I like to do it this way, but that's me. So my first 5 pounds ready. Clean off the space a little bit. Did I mention you go through a lot of paper towels? That is so true. Alright. You need 1 cup of water. You need to be pretty precise on this stuff. You don't want to overwater, and if you don't have enough, the cure won't work. So get a nice flat table, then get your packet of cure. What I do is I pour it into a cup. Well, yeah, I should put the cure on the bottom. Pour it into a cup, and then empty all my cure into here. Alright, we're not opening up very well. There's that part, and there's that part. Alright, give it a good stir. If you can mess something up, it's how you do the cure. Now you don't have to buy a recipe. You can find how to make seasoning packets or seasoning for jerky. And so I'm going to put the seasoning on. Spread it around, because we're going to go and mix it all here in just a little bit. Right. But I do like how this makes it really easy. And the cure is slowly disintegrating. You can see it's almost completely clear. And it's like clearing before our eyes. Pretty amazing. Once it's all clear like that, then what I do is just alright, and then here's the fun part. Do some mixing. Get everything mixed in really good. Then I take Ziploc bags, and that's my storage medium for this stuff. Probably take 2 bags to do this batch. And at the end I'll have to split the juices equally. We'll see. It might fit. Maybe it'll fit it all. I don't remember how much it fit last year. Looks like it's going to fit it all. Yeah. Well, that's good. Well, this will work out good. Then take your bucket, pour all that juice in there. Make sure you get all that in. Alright. Alright, so I'm going to Ziploc this up, and it's going to go straight into my refrigerator. In about every 8 hours or so, I'll work it, flip it around, and make sure that the juices are getting spread around. So we wrapped up. We got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags. Each bag's 5 pounds, so 25 pounds. I got some steaks for tonight. Lily's a happy dog. Happy, happy, happy. But let me show you the thing that's kind of surprising. Seems a little early this year. So we exit out into the bright sunlight. Yeah, And look up at that tree. The leaves turning all around the property. All trees like that. I think they're sycamores are turning. Big leaves, so I'm guessing it's a sycamore. Look at that. Hey, it's Dave, and I'm in my house, and smoker's right outside on the porch. We're ready to finish up this beef jerky. Not beef jerky, venison jerky. So you saw the mixing and how I sliced it, prepared it. Now comes the time for when you actually, I guess, cook it. It's been curing. That's the whole process of waiting in the fridge. This has been about 30 hours. So I usually wait over 24 hours. So this has been close to 30 hours. And here's what we got. So I ended up, like I showed you, 25 pounds. Each bag's got 5 pounds in it. I've been keeping it in a cooler, and I go out there and mush it around with my hands. I did that like probably a total of 4 times over that time period. So roughly maybe every 7 hours, you know, is when I did it. You probably could do it more, but it seemed pretty well split, so I didn't see a need to. So basically, I've got this set up over here where I'm just going to lay the pieces out on this tray, and then one by one put them in the smoker. I'm working on getting the smoker up to temp. The temperature I'm wanting is between 160 and 200. I'm shooting for like, you know, 180, 190, get it there. It takes 2 to 3 hours. I start checking it after about 2 hours, and what I look for is check the smaller pieces first. Are they getting kind of, they look a little bit like leathery, and then when you take one and you bend it, does it break into fibers that are white? So you get that like a break. It doesn't bend. It actually, you can see the fibers kind of pull apart. So it's a delicate, there's like a fine line. You know, if you cook it too long, it's brittle and it just breaks apart. If you don't cook it long enough, it just bends and you don't get that fibery. You want it right in that middle. Sounds harder than what it is, but once you do that, I guess you could also check it with a thermometer. It needs to be at least 160. So I don't do it like that. I do the texture test. All right, so in my smoker, I can put 3 trays of venison in to jerk, and so I don't know for sure how much each 5-pound bag will hold, but it's literally just a process of going through here and putting these pieces in. You're gonna find some are too small, and like I just did a couple, I don't think will withstand the shrinking and will not be viable. That's okay, they'll just fall off. You can pick them out as you're doing it. Some of my pieces are kind of thicker pieces take longer. So I put all these small ones together. Maybe they'll help each other. Maybe they'll help each other, who knows. No, I had so many small pieces. There we go. So it's just like a little game of Tetris right now. You're just, you know, filling out the tray the best you can. So we have it set. It's coming back up to temperature right now. You can see right now it dropped below 150 because I had the door open. And it is heating the element. It won't take long. So let me pause you. We'll come back and show you what heat I got. I just pulled this from the smoker. It's been in there about 2.5 hours. And it is like like they say, it's got like a leathery texture. And when I bend it, it makes, and I'm gonna bring you up close, show. you get like this white tissue-y kind of stuff, and that's an indicator you're like at the right at the right temperature. So this is jerky, it's done. It's just got to cool. So let me bring you over up close so you can see what I'm talking about. Now, you could also put a thermometer on it. Alright, so take a piece of this, and as I bend it, see that white? That's what they're talking about. When you stretch it, you get that white right there, then you're done. It's jerky. Now some of this is like a little harder, but it'll all do that to some degree. See how you get it right there? And then that's the telltale. That's what you want. See, you can see it all right there. So that's all jerky. So, yay, that's jerky. So what I do now is I'm gonna lay it out in a pan and let it cool. And then once it's cool, I separate it into freezer bags and vacuum seal them. And then I toss them in the freezer and it's good to go. Hey, so that's it. That's making jerky from soup to nuts. It's not a bad or hard process. It just takes time. Anyway, it's something you can try easily on your own. And if you are wondering what to do with the first year of your process, making jerky is something simple to do. So I encourage you to give it a try. If you got any questions, let me know in the comments. All right, so this is Dave, and Lily's around here too because she wants a piece of jerky. And for us, we say out. Thanks for watching. I know there's a lot of channels to choose from, and I appreciate you tuning into this one. Like I always say, make kindness your business. Do something kind for somebody, and that little effort on your part can really change and help somebody out. You never know how much impact they can have. So I encourage you to give it a try.